Hello, my lovely friends, and welcome back to the very cozy and sleepy channel. In today's video, we are going to be moving a whole bunch of stuff around in my studio. So if you like a good, what's the word? A makeover, perhaps? A studio makeover? This might just be the video for you. My poor, long-suffering computer died this week, and although I have managed to get it started again, that's no way to live. Let me tell you, you wake up every day and you don't know if your computer's going to turn on. So I got myself a new computer, and I have this big giant, and I do mean giant, screen. And this just isn't going to be enough space. And you know, anybody who has cats know how much the cats want all the desk, right? And so I contemplated buying a new desk because there's a few things still left on this hard drive that I'm not able to replace. So I'm going to literally use this until I really can't get it to work anymore. And so I'm thinking I want 2 screens. And so I have out here this very large, old teacher's school desk. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, this is supposed to be the area where I do a lot of photography, a lot of, sort of videos for Instagram Reels. And as you can see right now, it is just holding on to a whole bunch of junk. So I did do the measurements, and if I work this correctly, I can take this big giant desk and like it really is, it's nice and deep and wide, right? This is what I really like about it. And of course, and it's got all these drawers, because I looked at a bunch of new desks online on Amazon, and they don't have very many drawers. And I'm like, am I just old? Does nobody use drawers anymore? This came from the Salvation Army probably 20 years ago. Well, no, 13. And it doesn't owe me a dime. The drawers are broken, like it's a whole thing. So I'm pretty sure, though, that I can get it in this corner without disturbing the table that the girls like to sit on. So this is what we're going to be doing today. I am going to start taking everything down and apart, and I'm going to be taking that apart. I really want to use this for a million reasons. One is, in the interest of using what we have, which is what we've been talking about so far this year, I have a big giant desk. I do love this desk when I am doing photography because there is a lot of space, as you can see. But it's not the best use of the desk, right? And I can put something else here that I can use for making videos with the green screen and my photography and all that stuff. But why spend $300 on a desk with no drawers when I have a desk and I have a ton of stuff that I could put in these drawers, right? So why, again, use what you've got, right? So I need to take this apart. This comes in 3 different places, or 3 different pieces. Once I get the lid off, the top off. And this was kindly donated to me from my neighbor. So I put it together so I know, hypothetically, how it comes apart. So we'll see how that goes. So the idea is, yes, let's put it in this corner. It's going to be quite bulky. So these things will have to go in there. I'm excited for the change. It's not exactly what I thought I was going to be doing this weekend, but here we are. The computer gods have spoken and said it was time to get a new computer, and then the studio rearranging gods have spoken and said, now it is time to clean up and rearrange and organize. Okie dokie. So I have successfully taken it apart, as you can see, and there's some unevenness in the floor, but I think we might be able to overcome it. Sophie, I think is giving me full approval. So I think what I'm going to do is make sure that the width is right. And then, yeah, everything is just one crazy mess. And then out here, all that's left now is the lid. Or, yeah, the lid, no, the top of the desk. I suppose it could be a lid. There's the old desk there. I have to admit, for some reason, I'm not sure that I like it facing the way that it's facing. It's not even so much that shelf, which came with the desk, and my friend Katrina screwed it onto the wall for me, so obviously it was safer. It's not even that that's uneven. It's just for some reason, if I'm going to have two monitors, large monitors on my desk, I am not sure that this is the place, but I don't want to move all of this, so there's going to be a little bit of thinking. And the desktop is kind of heavy, so I probably should just put it on there and sit there for a bit and see if I like it. The other thing that I am sort of considering is if maybe it should go this way. That I might try that, even though it would block that door. I don't ever use that door, so that wouldn't be a big deal. Let's try that and see how that feels. So I'm going to move it around a little bit more and then I'll come back. Now I have to admit, this has a certain appeal to me, much more than the way that I've been doing it, which is facing that way. This just feels better. And I can't really articulate. The only issue is that, of course, there's not a lot of space between here and here. That's a bit of a problem. Now, the nice thing is, like I said earlier, these pull out. So I could have this sort of at the side. Maybe that has a printer on it. I'm not sure. Or a cat. Right? Now, I did consider putting them in this corner here, but I don't want to mess with this system because they really like to get up onto the table up there, and then they go up in the window. Sophie spends hours and hours and hours, and then sometimes she likes to sit up there and watch what's going on. So it kind of, on one hand, I did think, oh, okay, so maybe I could take this cabinet and tuck it over here where this is, like basically just do switcheroo. Really, and I did consider this corner, but I don't think that's gonna work. Then these shelves would all have to get moved, you know. And I'm not opposed to moving this stuff. I just I just don't want to move it and then have it be totally wrong and then have to move it all back. So anyways, I think what we'll do is I'm gonna drag the tabletop over and I'm gonna flip it up and put it on here and sit here for a bit and see if I like it. I mean, this is gonna be awkward, I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of like the idea of it being over there. I would have to get this shelf thingy mabobber. This came with the desk. Somewhere I have a photo of the day that I brought it home. I was so happy. I found this thing at the Salvation Army. I think it was $25 for the desk and the shelf unit. And I just thought, oh, this is so perfect for all my knickknacks and my tchotchkes and, you know. Okay, let me think about this and I will let you know what I decide. As you can see, I have committed. Now I put this over here. For a very long time, this was here. But So now what I'm going to do is that now that I've cleared this all away, I was thinking that what we can kind of do is kind of make it so that Sophie can get from the window up. She could have that whole top shelf there. So I still might leave that there because the table does fit underneath it nicely. When the two ends were over here, I did sit there and it didn't feel right. I quite like this here. So I'm going to put, there's the other side there. I'm going to put it there. See how it feels. I think I'm going to like this. It is too bad that this is just too wide to go underneath there. But sadly it is. Sorry, that is just a blank green space. Anyhow, so let's get this together and see what we think. Because then this just rolls. It could go underneath there. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. But anyways, okay, let's see where we get. Now, I have put this cabinet back in this corner here. And I'm not sure. It fits. And the sewing machine would be great sitting here. Right? With all this stuff. So that means that is open for me to sit there. This cabinet will go then here, I think. I don't know where Soph's upstairs. Lucy's like, okay, if this is my new spot, then I'm good. So then I've got to find where this is all gonna go. I need to sit and look at this for a little bit longer and decide if I like that. I don't know why I don't. I'm not crazy about it. So I think I'm gonna make a cup of tea and look at it. See what I think. It looks cramped, I think, is what my issue is with this. It just looks like there's too much, I don't know. See, this is what happens. You think you know, and then you don't know. Okay, let me play with a few things, and then I'll come back. Here is a little update. It's the next day, and this is as far as I got. I'm really happy with this. Once I sat in this for a little bit last night, and then today while I had coffee, I'm liking this very much. Now over here, I have saved this lamp forever and ever and ever. When we moved here, it's been in the basement. I couldn't give it away. It's one of the vintage tri-light lamps. So I couldn't resist putting this in the corner, even though that's not the best use of that space. I think it looks pretty. And I don't know if I'm going to put light bulbs in it. I might put twinkly lights up in there and then have them come down around. Because, you know, that's one of the most important things I need to be worrying about right now. A few things here set up. I got my shelf unit back there where it was before. So part of my trick was to put everything back where it was. Like I got all of the containers and doodads back in here so that even though the cabinet is in a different place, I'm not constantly searching for everything, because that's the downside when you move everything around like this and you think, oh, I'm gonna, you know, get hyper organized. I can do this so much better. And then you spend the next month trying to figure out where you put everything. I really like this. I sat in here a little bit last night and then again this morning, and it feels super comfortable. And I'm really, I'm actually surprised that it fits in here as well as it does. So now today is going to be about trying to find spaces for where everything goes. I'm going to fill up these drawers, which I have to say, I'm so excited about having these drawers. It's kind of strange just how excited I am about drawers. But these are lovely drawers in the sense that they're, look how deep. It's like it's going into Narnia. It goes on forever. So that's gonna get well filled up. This I just need to clean out. But I mean, look at that. Look at that. The storage, that amount of storage should be illegal. That's got receipts in it, so I'm not gonna open that. I'll get rid of this fabric here. I had this in here for photo shoots and stuff. So this is a focus today. This is gonna be great. The only thing is I'm sort of struggling as to where to put my printer, because I'm gonna leave this free so the cats, Sophie has already checked this out, she loves this. So for now I might put my printer here, pull this out, and the printer can go there. Although I have to admit I'm extremely tempted to put a typewriter there, which is what it's there for, right? So anyways, that's the update. I have to admit, I love this. I don't love all of this. The poodles, I think I'm going to put the poodles up there. I got some museum wax when I first got the girls. And I think I'm going to put some of the museum wax on the bottom of those and put them up there just in case. I don't imagine the girls are going to jump from there up to there, but you never know. So yeah, I'm not thrilled about all of this clutter and mess because I'm going to have to make some decisions about what stays and what goes. I have these two little red cabinets and I have no idea where they're going to go. They won't fit underneath here. I tried. And now that, you know, this is all open. So, my friends, there's going to have to be some hard decision making this afternoon. Like this makes me a little bit crazy with all the clutter because you pulled everything out and now you're like, oh my God, I have all this stuff and I don't know what to do with it. It'd be fun. Look at this. This is a picture of my dad. Look how cute he was. I think he was in grade 4 there. I'm not sure. So sweet. That's going to go up on my wall somewhere. Okay, I will come back. Once I get the drawers organized, I will show you what I've put in there and what that looks like. And yeah, we'll go from there. I wanted to show you the museum wax that I was talking about, because this stuff really does work. It is a wax, sort of like a waxy glue. And apparently, according to their website, they do really use this in museums. And it's a way to keep things from falling over and breaking. Quake hold, sorry. Used by museum professionals for anchoring artifacts, collectibles, glass, and more from falling and breaking due to accidents and earthquakes, and they should add, and cats. I bought this shortly after the girls came to live with us, and I used it on a few things, and then they didn't end up jumping on things and doing the kind of things that I anticipated. However, with some of the changes that I'm making down here, I'm going to try and do this. I won't be able to do this with one hand. Hang on. Now, it's quite thick, but it's very pliable at the same time, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put some on the back of this. So I used it on a few things upstairs, and I didn't use it. I think I've got too much on here. See, you just goop it on the bottom. I used it on my mantle the first year they were here for Halloween because I was worried that stuff would get knocked over. It is quite sticky, but it did not leave a mark on the wood on my mantle. Here. And then so now that I have all of the poodles up there, as you can see, I'm going to do it to them. Not that I think that the girls are going to jump up there, but I think it would be prudent in case something hits that bookshelf. So I'm going to go up. We're going to stick that up on the shelf up there, and I'll show you. Okay, this is a little bit awkward, but I'm going to stick him right here and just sort of press down. And then you see you can really give it a good whack. I mean, it probably has to dry for a little bit. But honestly, if something happened and these bookshelves got moved, these aren't going to come tumbling down. I really like this stuff a lot. So I'm going to do it to all the poodles. And anything that goes up here, I'm going to use the museum wax up here too. It really does hold. And it doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like it's going to scar the wood, and it won't peel off the paint. This is just an IKEA bookshelf, right? So anyways, that's your little helpful tip. If you have cats, you should use some museum wax. A whole week has gone by since I got my new computer, and I can't believe that a whole week has just zoomed by. But I think I have finally finished getting everything in its new spot and reorganizing and organizing. And I'm happy, which is the key, right? I'm happy with how everything looks. So I got some of the twinkly light. Ooh, is that going to show up on the... That's looking kind of strange on the screen there. Anyways, I got some twinkly lights that I just wrapped around this lamp for now, and I put them up inside. So I don't think I'm going to put actual light bulbs in there. I quite like this there. This is sort of the cat's cozy corner of the studio, I think, now. I've got some of so the boxes that were over here that the girls would jump on to get up into the window. That stuff's all gone there. I got my cabinet here with all of the paper and cardstock. And then over here, we finally have the desk in its new home. And the drawers are meticulously organized. I will show you in a minute. It's just, I'm like, how did I live without these drawers for so long? I absolutely love them. So I was able to sort of create still a hop thing so that Sophie really likes to sit in the window. And so I have to admit, I was sad to lose a whole shelf. I might stick some stuff on the end, but this is going to be Sophie's place to go up here. Oops, are we focused? There we go. Sophie can go up there and watch over her kingdom. So I had to move some stuff around here. But this is great. And then we've got the sewing cabinet in the corner. And for now, my printer is on this cart. This isn't, you know, the best idea ever, but it'll work for right now. And at least this way I can sort of move things around so that when I want to sit and sew, I can pull the printer this way. And it's not really going to be in the way. I ideally would like to put the printer somewhere else, but it's so big. I love this printer. I hope it never dies. It's a great, great printer, but it really is huge. So we've got this all back together here. And like I said in the other video, I put everything back where it was. So even though it's in a different spot, at least I'll be able to find things, because I'd like to think that I'm going to remember where I put things, but I don't. Let's be honest, I just don't. And we've got all the poodles up here, and the poodles are up there. Let's have a look. So in the desk here, I love that these things pull out. So that's handy. There's one on each side. The only sucky part is that you can't get into the drawer, right? Like I thought I was going to put a typewriter there. And I still might. So then here on this side, I have some napkins for when I'm sitting at my desk and eating. These are my budget books where I keep track of all the stuff in my bank. These are just some notes that I want to have about shipping boxes close on hand. We've got back in here letters to go in a message board, and extra pens and pencils, extra glue sticks, including the new glitter glue sticks that I bought. I haven't used them yet. I'm excited to try these out. Different day timers and notebooks there. Down in here is where I keep all my receipts for my business. And then this is that sort of ugly junk drawer, cables, and all kinds of stuff that you're not really sure what to do with. But it all goes nicely in there. So that's handy to have that all together. And then in this drawer, obviously pens and some markers, my day timer planner, calculator. Here I still have to fill these out. And then we've got, again, just some junk and flashlight, post-it notes, extra craft scissors and stuff. I mean, I'm still sort of figuring this out, but I love how this is all right at my fingertips. This makes me very, very happy. And then on this side, again, all of my stapling supplies, post-it notes, extra fillers for my Fixon pens. These are for my fountain pen, lip glosses, more post-it notes, and then just more little notepads that I like to use and keep on hand. A line a day memory book, and my guest check pad for when I write thank you notes when I sell stuff online. So I love having that all together. These are actually quite heavy. I have to say these drawers are old school heavy. Then back in here we just got a bunch of notebooks that are just waiting for me to glue things and write things in them. File folders, half-used notebooks that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. And then in here just file folders and taller books and things like that. And that, as they say, is that. So I am very happy with how this ended up, I have to say. So I've got my old computer there, which still kind of sort of works, which is good because that means then I can still take stuff off of here. Even though I had it backed up, I can really comb through the information, take what I want, get rid of what I don't. And then my giant screen, so I can do giant graphics, and which I absolutely love. And yeah, and then the girls like having the table over here all to themselves. So that's it, my friends. That is the reorganizing of the room. You know, the fact that it took me a week to get it all through it is pretty crazy, but it is what it is. And then back over here, now that's just a mess. I need to get a new table of some sort, a bigger table to do the photography and the filming with the green screen there. And then, yeah, just mishmash of stuff, right? So I hope that you enjoyed that journey of my craft room and the introduction of the giant new desk. So thank you very, very much for watching. I appreciate you spending this time with me. And sadly, Sophie has not made an appearance tonight. I don't know where she is. However, Lucy will say goodbye for both of them. And as always, at the end of my videos, speak kindly to yourselves. Enjoy your journal process. And until the next video, take care, everybody. Mwah. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.